Welcome to the regular meeting of the Town of Prescott Valley Arts and Culture Commission. It is Wednesday, November 20th. And Kathy, will you please take roll?
Commissioner Lyra?
Present.
Commissioner Gibson?
Here.
Commissioner Sinclair?
Here.
Vice Chairperson Smith?
Here.
Chairperson Quisenberry?
Present. If everybody's had a chance to look at the agenda, can I get a motion to approve the agenda as written?
I make a motion that we approve the agenda as written for tonight's meeting.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And I'd like to go on to approving the minutes. I'd like to approve October 9th and 16th, the work study and the regular meeting together. Can I get a motion?
Yes, I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of the October 9th, 2019 work study and the October 2019 regular meeting minutes.
Second motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Fabulous. Moving on, announcements and presentations. We have a guest artist here with us today. Colleen, would you join us, please?
Hello, good evening. Thank you for having me tonight.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. So it was mentioned that I am an artist, which is true, but the main reason why I'm here is because Isabella Tuning requested for me to come and talk to you guys about some of the awesome art stuff that we have going on in the teen department. So that's why I'm here specifically as your guest artist speaker. But just to give a little background of myself, I graduated from Portland State University's art program in 2008, and at the time I had no idea that I would ever be ending up in a library. It wasn't even on my radar. But fast forward 7 years, it was a happy accident that I fell into a position in the circulation department, and it has just been a perfect match ever since. I find a library is an awesome place for an artist to work. I have ample opportunities to share my creativity with other people. I get to work with the youth, which is a huge passion of mine. And I also get to do one of my favorite things and create space for other people to be creative, because that's really where my passion is. I kind of thought about being a teacher, but that was a little too organized. I like to sort of make my own game plan, and working in the library has just been a perfect matchup with that. With Chairman Quisenberry, was that correct? She participated with her young person in one of our programs earlier in September, and that was definitely I forgot to even put that on our list of artful things, but we did a lot of costume design and costume prep the weeks leading up to this event. The event itself was a live-action role play. Are any of you familiar with the idea of LARPing? Live action role play, full costumes, full character that you take on. And this particular game was written by a friend of ours, or mine, who's a super LARP queen, this woman. Her name is Claire, and she wrote this whole story. So it was a teen event specifically, but you may have heard me say that we had a bigger turnout of adults than teens, and it was really exciting to see these adults come forward and really support our youth, and everyone had a blast. So anyways, that was a side note, just to give you a little more information about what we were talking about. But some of the other things that we have going on in the art department are just really exciting, and they have been going on, and they're just opening up more and more. When I first transferred from circulation to the teen department, I started thinking about, wow, what kind of programs do I want to create? And being an artist, I thought, what a cool opportunity to open up a really easy access venue for young artists to put up their artwork. I mean, there's always these amazing art shows going on in the library from our local artists, but I thought, what a cool space to have a very specific just for teens. So at first it was a little slow goings, and it took a while to kind of explain what was going on, but now it's been going on for 2 years, and I would say I have about once a month is when I switch out the art show, and I have anywhere from 10 to 15 artists that are submitting artwork. I'm getting new artists every month that are submitting artwork, and I'm selling like 1 to 2 art pieces every month too. Like actually just before this meeting tonight, a kid asked about one of our painting or one of our drawings on the wall, and it'd be the second copy of this particular piece that was sold. So it's just really a cool opportunity for young artists to have a really easy venue venue, an opportunity not just to display their artwork, because as we all know as artists, sometimes that's a big barrier to just put your artwork up. But there's also an option, they don't have to sell, they can just display. But it's been a really cool, sort of full circle with having more young artists coming in, seeing the art space that we have available, and seeing those young people coming back to the library, and it's been really exciting. So that's like kind of my baby, my teen art showcase that I'm really proud of. We recently started an art club out of the heavy interest of teen artists that have been coming forward for the art show. And the art club has been a small group, but I'm really excited about some of the possibilities. I actually am looking at connecting with various people in the community, artists and other professionals within creative careers, to come in and actually speak to the young artists and just kind of give them a variety of different things that are opportunities for them. So in December, I have a gentleman named Brian Robertson. He's actually a drawing instructor at Yavapai College. I don't know why I'm pointing that way. I don't know if that's where Yavapai College is. But anyways, he's coming in and is going to be doing a drawing tutorial. And I'm really excited because he actually reached out to us and said, hey, I'm an artist. I really would like to work with young people. Do you guys want me to come in and do this program? And I was like, oh, man, that's perfect. So I've got him lined up for December. Our own Isabella Tuning is going to come in and speak to the art club in January about what it's like to go to art school and what are some of the options outside of just being a freelance artist. What are some other creative outlets that you can have for careers after school? And then in February, I don't have a guest artist signed up yet, so who of you want to come join and talk to my teens? Let me know if you're interested in that. Another thing we're doing is Thursday Crafternoon. I'm a crafter. I'm a dabbler. I like to do a little bit of it all. So Crafternoon has been a little bit of a hit or miss, which is just kind of the nature of any kind of library program, especially with the young people. You might have someone come in regularly 3 days in a row, and then suddenly you don't see them for a couple weeks because they have other things going on. So, like I said, it's a little hit or miss, but it's been a really fun space. In October, we focused on Halloween costumes and like accessories and things for costumes, and it was really fun to watch what people were creating. One young man fabricated his own Thor hammer. Nice. With cardboard, tape, and paint that he found in the art room, so it was supplies just available for people. Another mother and her 3 daughters came in with this costume idea of a trio within some anime that I wasn't familiar with, but it was so much fun to do this cool sewing project with these young people, and they were thrilled about the, just having the space and also the input and just this collaborative creativity of having a group rather than just doing projects on your own. And it's been really fun. And this year, this month, or next month for December, we're going to focus on glitter everything. So we're going to just see who shows up for Crafternoon on that. One more thing that I wanted to share with you that really is an exciting future program that we're looking at doing. Back in January of 2019, we had a group of teens who was interested in starting a Dungeons & Dragons group. You all familiar with Dungeons & Dragons, the general idea of what it is? So this campaign has been going on since January, so quite a while. And we've gotten to a pretty solid group of about 20 kids that come every week. So this has been a group that's been growing, and as you are already familiar with D&D, each player creates their own character. And so our idea is that we want to connect our D&D players with our young artists and have a program where we can actually commission our artists to create illustrated characters for our D&D players.
That's the best thing.
I am really, really excited about it. Obviously with money, when it comes to young people or just in general, money exchange sometimes might be a challenge, but we don't want to exclude anyone. So we're actually in the process of writing a grant, part of that grant being allocated funds to go towards this part of the program. So we want to actually pay our young artists, but it not be a burden on the D&D players. We want everyone to be able to benefit from this. So we're really excited about that. I know I said that was the last thing, but I remembered one more thing that I wanted to share. So do you recall I said right before this meeting that a girl sold an art piece? So this girl had never submitted any artwork, and she came in and she checked out our iPad. We have an iPad that has a couple of art apps, and we also have an iPen, which is pretty cool if you've never used one. It's pressure sensitive, So the harder you push, the thicker your line, lighter you push, the lighter your line. And sorry, I'm getting myself getting all excited. So she checked out our iPad, and she created a art piece, which I wasn't familiar with. It's a Pokemon character called Mimikyu,
Nice.
similar to Pikachu, if you're familiar with that name. But it's like a kind of a trickster ghost character that takes on the likeness of Pikachu. See, I'm getting a new kind of education for
It's
myself
because
as well.
he wants friends.
Yes, because he wants friends. Thank you. And so this particular character, a lot of people have. So I'm getting ahead of myself. So she checked out the iPad and she created this picture of Mimikyu. So as I saw it, I said, "Would you like to put that in the Teen Artist Showcase?" And she said, "Okay." So we printed a copy of it and we put it up in the show. Within the next couple of weeks, 4 different people came inquiring about that particular art piece. One kid, the kid that actually purchased, which was a couple weeks ago, he came running into my office breathless. He had his money in hand. He's like, "Is Mimikyu still available?" He had run here from school to get here in time because he knew that there were other people interested in the art piece. So he bought it, and of course when I called the artist, she was just shocked and thrilled because she wasn't even planning on putting the piece in the art show to begin with. And here I am selling another copy of her digital art. So it's just been a really cool thing to see the full circle of the different outlets of creativity that we're offering in the teen department, and seeing more of our community being built through that. So that's all I wanted to share for tonight, so thank you very much for having me here.
Awesome. Question.
Sure.
What are the hours for your Crafternoon?
So Crafternoon is Thursday afternoons, and it's just 3 to 4 p.m. And that's the only focused, sort of guided. But the art department and the room back there with supplies is open anytime we have library hours, and the teen office is open. So people are welcome to go into the art room and use the materials and supplies and hot glue guns or whatever there might be. They can use that anytime.
Right on. Exciting stuff.
It is, obviously. I get so excited. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Moving on to programs, classes, and special events. Now that we're all worked up.
We are that. All right, so for our listeners out there, we have our card making class. These are on alternating Fridays from 5 to 7 p.m. over at the Civic Center. They are open to everyone, and it is a $20 per class, making 4 greeting cards in each one of those sessions. In addition, evening drawing workshops are available. These, excuse me, are from 5 to 7 p.m., again over at the Civic Center. All of these classes and programs can be discovered on the town website at pvaz.net under Arts and Culture, or you can give a phone call to the office at 759-3090. We'd be happy to sign you up. In addition to that, we have Fun with Clay. Again, alternating Fridays, 10 a.m. until noon at the Civic Center. All skill levels, ages 15 and up, with a cost of $20 per class. And then also for our youth, ages 8 to 17. These are Fridays from 4 to 5:30 over at the Civic Center. Again, you can go online at pvaz.net. You can register right there from the comfort of your home, or you can give us a call at 759-3090. With that, it concludes some of our updated programs and classes. I would like to verbalize, I don't have a slide for it, but put this calendar date in your schedule for January. It's going to be the first Saturday there. I believe it is the 6th of January. And that should be a placeholder that you should have in store, or excuse me, the 4th of January is that Saturday, and that's the annual Polar Bear Splash. So if you're ready to jump in and brave the elements, as well as then also enjoy a brain freeze with the ice cream eating contest, or the powdered donut on the string, or enter the duck race for possibility of winning some cool prizes there, or be introduced to the new Ice Princess that could be found during our event, along with all the different activity booths that our varied sponsors are there on site. And this is a 100% free program. I encourage everybody to come out and do those types of things. And We kick off each one of those mornings, as we have for the last several years, with a free pancake breakfast. So come on out and enjoy. But that's going to be your first Saturday, January 4th, over at Mountain Valley Splash in Mountain Valley Park.
Have you ever jumped in?
Have I?
Ever?
Ever. The answer to that is yes.
Nice.
Have I jumped in a warm weather climate in Arizona? No, I have not. Plus, if I did nowadays, there may not be any water left in the pool based upon my ability to disperse. But I have jumped in Midwest climate, and I've done it a couple of times. Yep. So it's an attention getter. But the cool part about what we do here that I did not have there is the prizes that are in the bottom of the pool. So those bears are able to jump in, one prize per bear, that sometimes is available per bear. Last year we had 60 some odd bears jump in, which was record setting, which blew away our goal.
Goal was 40.
Our goal was 40, that's right, for our 40th anniversary. So I'm hoping that we'll meet or exceed again. But man, there is some cool stuff to be found at the bottom of that pool versus the lake that I had. There was nothing. So just other than a total experience. Matter of fact, I paid for the privilege to do it because it was a fundraiser.
Yep.
So in doing that. So yeah, tons of fun.
All right. And any other special events you want to mention?
No, ma'am.
No. All right. Well, let's move on to the director's report.
I do not have any special updates within my report or the department's report, but I am happy to answer any questions that the commission may have.
Fabulous. I don't have questions. Does anyone else? Okay.
Wow, thank you, Andy. That's a nice surprise. Is that my early Christmas present?
Yes, it is.
Thank you, sir.
That's all you get.
Beats the heck out of that coal I got last year, so all right.
All right. Moving on to chairperson's report. I am not sure what our Create a Tree display sign-up number is as of right now. But we are still taking applications.
Yes, and we always will until capacity is reached.
Absolutely. So if you see a flyer and the flyer says that you're past the deadline, you're not, let us know. We're happy to make room until we can't.
That is very true. And I would fully presume, and again, not knowing this data fresh on hand, I'm making the assumption that most of our electrical spots may already have been taken too, which is a first come, first serve item.
Yes.
But we would also encourage those folks that are like, oh, darn, they don't have electric. Well, I guess we can't do it. No. There's battery light systems. I know our commission has done that several times before. So we'd encourage those folks to make that consideration.
All right. And you can find that information at pvaz.net.
Yes, ma'am.
Application and all, or you can just call the Parks and Rec Department. What else? Give me a second. I had a whole thing written down,
I derailed you. I'm sorry.
and my computer restarted in the middle of an email, so we're here. We have some upcoming events as far as setting up the Create a Tree display of our own that we'll be doing, and then we'll all be sharing shifts for the rest of the dates. And so when everybody comes in and brings in their stuff, they'll be able to see us. And then we have the Festival of Lights.
Yes, and I have a number of different elements of later discussion on tonight's agenda about all of that particular evening and some other components. So
Let's
yes,
go
ma'am.
through that, because that's all I was going to bring up.
We can throw it right down because that's old business.
Old business.
So I'm happy to help.
Fabulous. Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome. All right. So Saturday. It's not Saturday. It's Friday. Friday, December 6th is our annual event here that we host at the town of Prescott Valley. We also do this in a few elements of partnership with our very own Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce. in which we host the Festival of Lights, and it's combined with a couple of different activities all wrapped up into one. One of those we just mentioned, and that is Create a Tree. This is a collection of trees that are being assembled by groups, organizations, churches, schools, businesses, all of those folks that want to, in a very festive, free-flowing, fun process of expressing who they are, the community knows, and they have the chance to be voted the People's Choice Award winner, which is huge. They get to come into this opportunity, receive all of the accolades and prizes and excitement that comes from behind that, as well as they're telling all of their friends, cousins, and neighbors to come in and vote for them over the course of the month of December. But they decorate the facilities here at the Prescott Valley Public Library, and as our facility fills up here, we can transfer over into the Civic Center and continue those displays there. That kicks off this particular evening, again, Friday, December 6th. At 6 p.m., the Parks and Recreation Division hosts Pictures with Santa. This is from 6:30 until 8 o'clock, located up on the third floor of the Civic Center in our activity room, which is right next door to the Parks and Recreation Department. So this is your opportunity. This is a totally free opportunity to have your pictures taken with Santa, and you'll be able to find those on the Town Flickr account. We'll have all of that information right there that evening. Santa's a pretty cool dude, and this is your chance to get in that room and talk to him and whisper in his ear and tell him what your wants are for Christmas and doing those good things. He'll also be on one of the floats that particular night for Festival of Lights, and that's kind of the kickoff of the whole event. Starting at 5 o'clock, we have a variety of different performers from our local public schools that will be performing holiday music out onto the stage right here, Theater on the Green, on the Civic Center campus. We'll have a holiday message by Mayor Kel Balguda. The night before Christmas will be read by the Chamber of Commerce CEO, Miss Marnie Ewell. 6 o'clock, the mayor will flip the switch that powers all of the light display that covers the entirety of the Civic Center campus here. And that kicks off the evening light parade. That is a wonderful program hosted by the Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce. You'll be able to download, if you would like to enter your parade entry, be able to download their form at the Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce website. And then that follows all of the other activities we mentioned with Pictures with Santa, the Create a Tree exhibit, all of those types of fun. We do have a couple of groups that are on site. We have some Boy Scouts that are selling mistletoe, so be careful. Don't get caught up with the kissing bandits that particular night, as well as then we also have some Girl Scouts that are on site, and they have some cookies and hot cocoa. All of those are fundraising opportunities for our young people in the community. So, awesome time. Again, Friday, December 6th, 5 p.m. is the kickoff to everything, so be here early. Parking lot fills up fast, and we close down Lakeshore from Skoog Boulevard to Skoog Boulevard. So we'd ask everyone to pay close attention to that. So there are some road closures as well, too. So that gives us all of the cool stuff with Festival of Lights, Create a Tree, Pictures with Santa, and the Light Parade. And doing those little goodies. Any questions on those events and activities? Yes, sir.
Can you please check the slide that says with the Pictures with Santa? I believe it says Saturday, actually, December 6th.
I have Friday, December 6th, 6:30 to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
So, cool.
So that's on, is it Saturday or
It is Friday.
Okay.
It is Friday, yes. Most definitely.
Thank you.
Yes, you're very welcome. I think just me and my overexcitement got into another Saturday, so all of those kind of crazy things going on.
Will the town have a float?
The town is working with a scout group right now. What we haven't heard back yet is where are they at. So it's been kind of up in the air. So.
All right.
Okay.
Exciting.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. My apologies.
I'll take it.
While going through Fane Park, I've seen some structures being built. Can you?
That is correct.
That?
Yes, that is known as Valley of Lights. That particular event, again, is a partnership with the Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce. It is a free event to the public. However, donations are greatly accepted, and that helps pay for the power bill and a variety of the different animations and light configurations that go on out there. This is kicking off on November 28th. And will continue all the way through until December 30th. Thank you. So that will be each and every evening. In doing that, there's also a stroll opportunity that will be hosted on December 3rd. So that will be a no vehicular activity. There will be shuttles from a parking area up on 2nd Street that will shuttle down to the park, but you will be able to literally walk through the light display on that one particular evening in doing that. So a fun environment down through there. And folks do come from all around. We would encourage everyone, look for the big saluting nutcracker right out there off of Highway 69. That would take you on that entryway around near the bowling alley and the new brand new car wash that is up there, and that is your fastest and most direct way in regards to reaching the Valley of Lights.
Excellent.
Yes. All right. In addition to our activities on December 6th, we also have a couple of other programs and services that our committees are working on through Arts and Culture. And this is a really exciting opportunity as it relates to our young people and showcasing them in all the variety of the arts. It's hard for me to believe that it's 16 years of celebrating Youth Arts Month within the town of Prescott Valley. This is a partnership with our public and charter schools organizations that we have. And to participate in this program, if you are a student and art instructor from Prescott Valley private, public, and charter schools, that is a criteria. If you would like to reserve your space, we ask that you reach out to Miss Isabella in the Parks and Recreation Department. We encourage instructors to begin selecting their student artwork to showcase in this event. The important dates to remember with this program is February 25th and 27th. Will be through the 27th will be the installation of the artwork. March 4th will be our reception and awards night. And April 6th and 7th, the instructors will be able to pick that up because it is on display for the entirety of the month of March. Now, the cool part about this is we have the youth artwork broken down into certain age categories. So we have the preschool through kindergarten, 2nd grade, and so on and so forth, all the way through high school, broken up into the different categories. The Arts and Culture Commission sponsors this program, and through that program, as well as with donations of support, each of the winning instructors within each one of those age categories is awarded a stipend that is then in turn provided for art supplies to be used in their particular classroom for continuing that education, specifically focusing on the arts. This display is quite creative. We have varied forms that have ranged from fired clay and glazed products to string art to three-dimensional pencil, charcoal, acrylic, Lego. My good, I'm not encompassing everything, but that's just a little flavor of what our past history has been. And there's been some amazing pieces. There has been pieces that have actually been purchased through the program as well, which is not part of our program, but we love to hear that there are folks out there that said, oh no, this comes home with me. We'd like to do this. And again, it helps enrich our young people, inspires them, and lets that travel throughout their life and endeavors too. So pretty cool stuff. If anyone has any questions in this, our instructors that are out there listening, your information will also be coming direct to you, to your particular schools, through your administrative offices. So have no fear, the data will be reaching you. But in the meantime, if you have questions, our staff is here to help you. You can give us a call or email, and this would be Miss Isabella Tuning, and you can reserve your space now. Her number is 759-3127. And her email is ichewning@pvaz.net. So we would be very, very happy to include you in our annual Youth Art Month display. But start planning now. Okay. With that, I'm happy to answer any other questions, but that was just kind of a quick summary of activities and events, along with commission committee planning, those types of things. And so I'm happy to answer any more questions, concerns, or other endeavors that we have before us.
No questions or concerns.
Whew, that means we're on top of things. That's awesome.
You're doing it, Brian.
All right, number 8, other. Do we have other business we'd like to attend to? None? All right, unscheduled public appearances.
I have none.
Doesn't look like we have any. All right, our next meeting is going to be a work study. We'll take all of December off as a commission. So we'll meet back at conference room 428 in the Civic Center building, January 8th, that's a Wednesday, at 5:30 p.m. Our next regular meeting will be Wednesday, January 15th, right here in the auditorium at 5:30. And motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I get a second?
Second?
Adjourned.